This is part 3 on how to remove the engine on a 2004-2009 Ford F150 with a 5.4 liter engine. Alright, taking a quick look here on the engine on the floor. This is the AMRC rod or intake manifold running control rod. In my case, I'm using the same one. I'm not gonna take this one out because it's messed up anyway. But in case if you have to remove this one, then make sure you install it properly, since it's not funny to be removing stuff on the rear of the engine in case if you make mistake or something. This is 7mm bolt here for this bracket holding the water pipe that goes to the water pump in the middle of the engine. Now when you're installing the intake manifold back in the engine, just make sure this hose here, this one has to be very well inserted on the piece of hose on the engine block. Actually, this is a hose that goes to the brake booster. And the rest will be only getting this engine bolt or removing everything. Since this is only engine replacement, the owner of the vehicle is not replacing like timing chain or anything like that. So replacing only the engine because the other engine went bad, lost compression. Alright, next will be removing this shroud here because I have to remove the wipers. We have 8mm bolts here on the bottom by the firewall. They are easy to remove because when the engine is coming out, the engine passes very close to the firewall, so that's why this shroud has to be removed. Making a mark here on the windshield where the wipers are resting. Even though you don't need to do this because of the design of the wipers on this vehicle, they only can go one way. To remove the wipers, all you do is lift up this slack here like this, can you see it? And pull up the wiper at the same time and they come out easily. To pull out this cowl, just push it to the rear of the vehicle and then push it down kind of hard and then pull it out to the front. Once you pull it out, you can see these plastic hooks here. That's why you have to press it and then pull it to the rear and then pull it out. Let me show you physically how these hooks are here beneath the windshield, like this, in this position like this. Now this is the bottom cover here, 8mm bolts here, and another one there, and some in this area here. Alright, now we're removing the accumulator for the AC, or at least loosening all the bolts. 11mm bolts right there. Also, I removed the battery tray for 13mm bolts, and also the ventilation hose here for the battery. Alright, after loosening the accumulator, we're gonna remove the two AC pipes and the firewall. My friend is trying to insert the tool there, and the AC pipes, I think it's 5/8. They are quick disconnect type, and my friend pulled them out already. Asking my friend what size the tool is, but we don't even see any size on the tool here, but I think it's 5/8. Remember, the dryer has to be completely loose. All the bolts have to be removed so you can move it, you can wiggle it, so you can remove the pipes. Otherwise, you won't be able to remove them. Alright, we're gonna pull out the other one. My friend inserted the tool already. Wiggle it at the same time, putting pressure on the tool. And there it goes. My friend pulled it out already. Once you remove the pipes, visually inspect the O-rings to see how they look like. Even though in this case the owner of the vehicle is not willing to spend any more money anyway, but right here is where you put the tool around at the same time and push the pipes against the tool and press on the tool, so put pressure against both of them each other, and then you pull out the IC pipe and it should come out. Alright, now pulling out the water pipe that is connected to the water pump. Wiggle it and pull it out. This water pipe is bolted by a 10mm bolt in the rear of the engine block. Alright, my friend is pulling out a 10mm bolt in the rear of the engine block. Very hard to get to. It cannot even be seen with the camera right there, but my friend is pulling it out. It has a bracket holding the wire harness too. That one has to come out. Beneath the truck here, 21mm nut for the motor mounts on the passenger side. We're gonna go ahead and remove them. And nothing happens if you remove them, since the studs from the motor mounts are coming from the top. Also, we have to remove the motor mount on the driver's side. That one really gets stuck, so normally you need a big breaker bar to remove it. And there is a dual washers right there. Make sure they don't fall on your face, so be careful with that. And this is the motor mount on the driver's side, 24mm bolt. We tried to remove it with the impact gun, but we couldn't do it, so we ended up removing it with a big breaker bar. And I thought I was recording, but I was not, so I apologize. Removing the hood is very easy, just two 10mm bolts on each side, and that's it. Alright, we're gonna pull it out right now and see how everything goes. Ensure you have removed everything from the engine at this point to make sure the engine is not gonna get stuck when it's coming out. Now always pull it up a little bit, then pull it out to the front and check again and wiggle the engine to make sure it's not getting stuck on something. So pull it out a little bit and take a look around. Only thing connected to the engine is the oil pressure switch. I'm gonna disconnect it at a certain point. The floor here is working against us because it's not only that it's cracked and everything all blacked out, but it's also like a hill. It's not even a flat surface. We're having difficulties rolling the engine crane on the floor since the floor is all cracked and it's blacked up, so the wheels don't want to roll at all. We're using pieces of wood here to move the engine crane, otherwise we wouldn't be able to move it because of the floor. Once the engine makes it out of the truck, just make sure you bring it down as fast as you can. Do not have it on the air too high just for safety reasons. Alright, and I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.